Hey everybody. Relatively, hopefully quick video today. It is, let's make sure I'm right here. It is Sunday, the 19th. It is around 5:43 in the afternoon here in South Texas. Lots going on here. It's been a couple of days since my last update. I haven't done a real one here for a couple of days. I was actually off Facebook for a day because I have been reported as being fake news. I did a quick video from the bus to physically show that I am in a warm, arid place with palm trees. And so, yes, I am really here in South Texas. I am really a nurse here on an ICU crisis contract, working in what is my real specialty, emergency medicine. So I am from Ohio. I am a nearly 20-year nurse who has specialized in emergency medicine, in critical care transport, some ICU, and various and sundry other little doodads. This last spring in April, I went to New York and I did 6 weeks there on a crisis contract with the same company I'm here with now. I might be a lot of things, but fake is not really one of them. I have striven to tell the truth and be as forthright and honest and as forthcoming with the information that I have available as possible. So it's interesting because I keep getting little notes from Facebook asking for me to either, accept their decision that my video was fake news or not. I have protested that. From the looks of it, it looks like there might have been other complaints. So I'm going to ask very simply. I have lots of friends, colleagues, other folks that are in the medical field, other folks who are deployed in New York and Texas. If you see this, simply comment in the comments, what your medical capacity is, and comment if you think I'm fake news or not. I want Facebook and YouTube to basically have something there to go off of. If I'm telling the truth about the fact that ICUs aren't just getting full, they are over full, they are over capacity, and you think you're not seeing that, comment. If you think that the death totals and the suffering is not as real as I say it is, comment, say that. But it's real. So, and if you know that it's real, comment that it's real. So, it may not mean much, but I think that we need to speak truth to this because there is such a concerted effort to deny the reality of this by some people, and that is troubling. Every time somebody says, well, hey, look at this, what about this? And then that issue is proven factually beyond a reasonable doubt that it's real. These people move the goalposts and they say, well, hey, what about this other thing? It's become trying, it's troublesome. So enough about that. So what's up in Texas? It's bad, and it continues to get worse. We've stopped counting the number of codes that are called on the floors above us. I'm not sure how many ICUs we have at this point. I think we continue to hover right around the 40-ish vents that are in service at any given time, but that's just because that's all the vents we have. So we're out of vents, pretty much. We're out of BiPAPs. We're out of high-flow nasal cannula. And we wait for one to be available, which means somebody doesn't need it anymore. And it can go to somebody else. And by doesn't need it anymore, it's because people are dying. Last night for a while, I think we were maybe doing 3 codes an hour for a while. I of course don't know how many of those codes were successful versus unsuccessful, but by and large, most of these codes are not successful. I don't tell people where exactly I'm working or the company I'm working for, and that is for um, real professional reasons and privacy issues for patients. And so I do not speak for my company that I'm working with. I do not speak for the hospital where I am there to serve them. So it's not about me trying to hide what I'm doing or where I'm doing it at. It's the fact that, that hospital, they have their own people who deliver their message. The company that I'm working with, they have their own capacity to do that. I do not speak for them. I simply want to deliver the reality as it exists on the ground. So, I can tell you that there has been DMAT, which is, as I've said, the quasi-governmental disaster response, mobile army field hospital kind of folks. They are around. They have been seen. They have been providing care, probably. It sure seems as if active duty military people are maybe, probably, on the ground, laying hands, delivering care alongside those people, the staffs in at least one hospital here, and most likely others from what they're telling me, ish. So that's a change. Many hands, lots of help, which is all good. Still don't have some of the things we need. Actually, the other day, all the normal saline was gone. D5 needed D5, didn't have any of that. Had to kind of go around the hospital and scrounge to find where I could find a couple liters of D5. Simple things like ambu bags aren't always easy to find. Non-rebreathers aren't always easy to find. Yeah, lots of little things, lots of stuff that's, that is kind of the normal, average stuff that you need to have pretty readily to be able to provide care for the sick COVID patient that isn't always as readily available as you might like it to be. But overall, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, the staff at this particular hospital, very proud to be associated with them. High-functioning, hard-working people who care. They legitimately care about the people that they're working for and working on, more specifically. They're highly motivated and they're adaptable and they're not whiners. So good for them. It's an honor to be working with them. So I am pretty burnt and crispy here. So I'm over 2 weeks in now. That's working every day. It's getting on the bus at like 6:30ish, getting off the bus the next morning at a little bit before 8. So, you take care of your business and you try to get some sleep, but it's not always easy to sleep. Today, had people in the hallway, housekeeping staff, literally yelling at each other up and down the hallways because they're used to, hotels being pretty much empty. I guess they're not used to us being here and sleeping all day and working all night. So I don't know. Statewide, talking to other people at other hospitals, it seems as if it's a very similar story everywhere. Everybody I can talk to. People that I worked with in New York are scattered around the state. Texas seems to be working very hard, but I think things continue to get worse every day. Some days aren't quite as bad, but the overall trend definitely seems to be getting worse. I don't know where the bottom of this is, but I don't think we see it yet. fear that there's going to be a lot of pain and a lot of suffering and a lot of deaths. No, not everybody will die. We'll probably end up somewhere in that 1 to whatever to 3% death rate. Who knows? Maybe a little bit less, but I think it would be very hard to argue that we don't have more deaths than we should, simply secondary to the fact that we have so many people sick. We have people going to ICUs that are converted med-surg units and tele units and step-down units and, PACUs that have all been converted into ICUs. There continues to be this thing on the news where they're saying ICUs are almost full. No, they have been full. They are over full. And we, instead of 100 ICU beds in a given locality, there might be 180 ICU beds. And 80 of those are ICU beds that weren't ICU beds last week, and now they're almost full or they're full. And ERs continue to hold ICU patients and other sick patients, often days at a time, as a result of the fact that these beds are all full. So take it for what it's worth. That's what's going on. There is not yet an end to this in sight. It's not getting better. It is decidedly getting worse. And that's what it's like on the ground. So, we're all going to keep trying to work as hard as we can. We're going to try to provide the best care to patients that we can. We're going to do it as long as we can. And that's pretty much that. When you don't know, when you don't know where the job ends, you just kind of keep chopping wood, So that's what we're going to do. So the good news, looking back at New York, wow, what a difference we see there. So all of the things that the people of New York have done in order to try to control their situation, they really seem to have worked. Makes me think maybe if the rest of America was not so reality adverse, maybe we would not be in the situation we're in right now. So, okay, that's it. I'm going to wrap this thing up at the 13-minute mark because I'm tired, I'm beat, I'm worn, and I just don't have the stomach for too much of this right now. So I'm going to save what I've got to be good to my patients and just try to make it through another night and get back here and try to get as much sleep and rest and relaxation and recuperation as I can. At some point I really should shave. I'm looking awfully damn scraggly. So that's one of the downsides to these videos. I get to see how old I'm getting. So I'm like 3 gray hairs away from real Beard Santa territory here. So I love you guys. Thank you very much for the support, the kindness. It's nice. It's helpful. So take care of each other. Be good to each other. Love each other. Keep spreading the word to wash your hands. Use masks. Don't touch your damn face. And stay away from people because people suck in general. So that's about it. 14 minutes, about 14 seconds in. I'm going to wrap this thing up. So take care, guys. Love you. See ya.